The Capitol today, emotional testimony over how Colorado colleges should handle reported cases of sexual assault. Lawmakers are looking at setting up a system to handle these cases. Sean Boyd live at the Capitol for us tonight. And Sean, as anyone would imagine, this can be a controversial topic.
Hey, Karen, the goal of this bill is to ensure that colleges in Colorado are consistent and fair in how they investigate allegations of sexual assault. But the bill may be in jeopardy at this hour. In committee right now, there is much debate over the investigative process the bill lays out.
But I'm here because I was raped my freshman year in college.
Jessica Higgins didn't speak up then. She is now, as state lawmakers take up a bill that spells out how college campuses will investigate sexual assaults.
There was also a lot of fear because I didn't really know what the college investigative process would look like.
We can't keep allowing this to happen on our college campuses.
Senator Beth Martinez-Humenik, sponsor of the bill, that has sparked heated debate over whether it's fair to the accused. It bars the use of attorneys. The Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault says attorneys tip the scale in favor of the accused.
It would turn investigations from a truth-finding process to a who has the most money process.
The coalition also pushing back against an effort to require clear and convincing evidence of assaults, as opposed to preponderance of evidence, or more likely than not, it happened.
In order for this bill to get passed, we're going to have to be fair to both sides.
But Higgins worries it will ultimately have a chilling effect on reporting.
I don't think that anyone is intentionally trying to be harmful to survivors. I just think that there's a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings about how difficult it is to come forward and why we need to have something that makes it easier for people to come forward and have faith that they will be believed and they will be treated with respect and dignity.
After more than 2 hours of testimony, the Senate committee that is hearing this bill still has not voted, and I expect several amendments. The House did pass the bill, but if the Senate changes it, it needs to go back to the House. And the legislative session ends 2 weeks from today. Live at the Capitol, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
All right, a lot of work to be done, Sean. Thank you.